As a fan of college football and the NFL, let me tell y'all why Shannon Sharpe ain't never been my UNK. Let's get into it. Hey, it's your girl Autumn the Aries from the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. And as a fan of college football, I am here to talk about why that's y'all UNK and not mine. But first, I need y'all to hit the like, boom, because y'all gonna like this video. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be whatever it is to y'all. Y'all gonna like it. Hit the share, let's make sure you let somebody else laugh about it too. And hit the subscribe because I want you to come back for more. Okay? I need you to come back for more. Okay. So I know y'all are looking at the title like Autumn. For the people who really know me, they like, you about to be on your bullshit. And I am. Okay. But it's relevant. I'm going to be on my bullshit. It's going to be some cuss words. And, if that ain't for you, just go ahead and click the X now. Just click off the video. I'm about to go in. Okay, I'm about to go in. Now, I haven't really gone in like this for this particular series. This is usually reserved for my other series, like my Lit Life podcast or my music, the videos that I do when I'm doing music videos or all of that other stuff. And I said that I was gonna try to keep it as PC as possible over here, but I just can't help it, y'all. I'm not even about to sit up here in front. I'm not even about to sit up here and act like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't what it is. It ain't what it is, because it is what it is, okay? So let's talk about your boy Shannon, okay? So for those of you who don't know who Shannon Sharpe is, Shannon Sharpe is or was a phenomenal tight end in the NFL, okay? This man was doing it up, okay? He grew up in Georgia. Low-key forgot what college he went to. Y'all, not this man went to a HBCU. I'ma need him to knock it the hell off. He played tight end in the NFL for 14 seasons. I know he played for the Broncos and he played for the Ravens for a little while. He's won 3 Super Bowls. He is eight-time Pro Bowl selection. All pro honors 4 times. Like, I'm gonna run down all his great shit, right? Because this man was a beast on the fucking field. Like, I'm not going to hold you, okay? Did it up. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2011. He left the NFL, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And he transitioned into being a pretty successful sports broadcaster, right? So he was working with CBS on the NFL Today. He became known for co-hosting the Skip and Shannon Undisputed on Fox Sports. A lot of people liked the way that he liked his debate styles. I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I never really tapped it. I tuned into a couple of episodes of that, but I can't really listen to Shannon talk. I think that he knows his shit. And I guess I'm guessing as a commentator or a sports analyst, you know what I'm saying? He really be on his shit. But then he started with the Club Shay Shay, and most recently he was on First Take. And so going into the Club Shay Shay thing again, for me, Club Shay Shay, I don't like his interview style. Okay. And I wasn't supposed to start talking about the shit that I don't like about him yet, but I just got to say this. I don't think he's a good interviewer. I've watched a few of his interviews. Let's see. I watched the Cat Williams interview, of course, because who didn't watch the Cat Williams interview? And I watched the Meg Thee Stallion interview because I'm a fan of Meg Thee Stallion, as a fan of Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? So I watched that interview all the way through. And then the rest of them, I just kind of watched clips here and there, of different things that he might have said and done. But I don't really think he's a great interviewer. Now, how do I want to go with this? So recently, because I guess I'm gonna have to come back to the whole like interviewer thing because I think I have some more to say about that, but I'm just gonna move on. Recently, Shannon has been accused of SA. I don't know why we can't say the whole thing on YouTube, but whatever. I'm gonna just follow the rules of. I don't know if the rules are made up or what, but whatever. So in 2023, a lady by the name of Michelle Evans accused him of defamation, and this is all allegedly. All allegedly. I don't know nothing. I wasn't there. I'm just reporting the news. She accused him of defamation, including SA from 2010. Then he had that whole incident on Instagram, which was insane. Of old girl, him and is this the girl? No, that wasn't, because that wasn't this Michelle, was it? I don't think it was, because was it the girl named Michelle? I don't know. Anywho, he was banging a girl on Instagram and it was by accident, whatever. And then just recently, he was accused, and again, this is all alleged, of SA over a 2-year period from a girl who named herself as Jane Doe, but the internet does what they do, or either she did it or whatever. The information has been leaked. We know who this young lady is. I don't remember her name. I'm not going to say it. All I know is she's an OnlyFans model. When they met, she was 19. He was 50 something. And the text, this is not funny. The text and the voicemails were crazy. Okay. The text and the voicemails that leaked were crazy. Now, what we do know is this lawsuit was brought against him by Tony Busby, who is Tony Busby. Like, we all kind of know what type of shit he be on, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, I guess some of his cases have validity. But we do know what type of lawyer this man is, right? Whatever. So that's where we are now. That's where we are with Shannon Sharpe. That's where we are with y'all. So I just wanted to like throw all of that out there just as a basis of the video, because really this is about how I feel about Shannon Sharpe. As these accusations have come to light, this is how I feel about Shannon Sharpe. This is my own personal opinion, and I'm just gonna put it out there, okay? Some of my friends know I used to play football. I used to play football for the National Women's Football Association back in 2002, 2003, 2004. But in 2002, I believe, we went to the Arnold Schwarzenegger bodybuilding classic in Columbus, Ohio. Okay. I actually met Shannon Sharpe while I was there. And he was just so rude. He was just so smug and like he was just so above everybody else, right? And okay, fine. You're rich, you're a star, you're a football star, you're a bodybuilder. He wasn't trying to engage with anybody that wasn't paying him, because I guess he was there to do autographs or whatever. So he wasn't really trying to, if it wasn't about the money, he wasn't really trying to talk to you. He wasn't even trying to really say hi. But I mean, I was starstruck. I'm like, oh my God, it's Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? I'm like trying to speak to him or whatever, and he just like was like, whatever, bitch. But that's fine. All of that is cool. Okay. So that's the first thing that pissed me off about him. So fuck him for that. The second thing was, I don't know if y'all remember, but a couple of years ago, he got on Twitter and he posted a girl dad tweet. And the tweet was really sweet, right? It was really sweet, hanging out with my daughter, blase play, whatever it was they were doing. But at the end of the tweet, unprovoked, unprovoked. This man says, yeah, and her hair is real. I did good as a dad. Or so, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. I did good as a father because she has long, beautiful hair and it's real. I'm thinking to myself, along with a lot of other basically black women, like, what the hell does this even mean? What was the purpose? I don't even think his daughter would have been comfortable with him saying something like that, just unprovoked. He didn't say like, yeah, when my baby girl, she looks great. She's always cute. He didn't say, he specifically said, she has long hair and that's all on me. And it's real. What the hell does that have to do with the price of tea in China? I was so like, please knock it off. And there's a whole lot of people that was under the tweet that was just like, oh, you're a great girl, dad. And da 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 da. And that's fine. Like, if y'all don't feel like y'all don't have any problem with that, okay, fine. But I do. And this is coming from a black woman who has long, beautiful hair. That's real. Clock it, okay? Long, beautiful hair, that's real. Let's clock it. Let's stop it right there, okay? I know I'm kind of going on into this other little thing, and I'm supposed to be talking about like football and things related to football, but this is who I am, okay? And this is what y'all gonna get. I have such an issue with people trying to downplay black women in general, but when it comes to our hair, I don't understand the fixation of having to like go on this whole thing about black women and their hair, when for real I'm gonna need y'all to check for tracks on these white women. I'm just gonna put it out there because they're the queens. So that was the second thing. The third thing, because there's four, the third thing was the whole Hennessy and Black Mild horse and pony show. Okay, this is how he became y'all UNK. I wasn't falling for it. Okay, I wasn't falling for it because honestly, Shannon Sharpe has never been for us. He's never been for us ever. And this is just based upon how he moves. And again, it takes me back to the whole thing in Columbus where he want now, and I'm not gonna hold you. He was moving around and it was people that he was speaking to, but again, it wasn't us. You understand what I'm saying? The whole Hennessy and Black and Mild thing was so stupid, and it was such an act. Okay. And even if this was something that he did post game for celebrating, the way that he put it out there and the way that he pandered to the black community for this, and that ultimately is what earned the whole endearing UNK situation, is what really pisses me off. Okay, because we all know, black folks be talking about Hennessy and you know what I'm saying, and Black and Mild, you know what I'm saying, especially back then when he said it. So that part never, ever, 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 ever sat well with me. But let me get into number 4, because number 4 is what's relevant to what's going on today as far as these accusations and all of this, that, and the third. Now, I am a person who does not judge a lot of things. A lot of things. Like, I let a lot of things go, okay? Because I know that everybody is different and everybody likes different things. And this also goes into when it comes to certain sexual acts and things of that nature. Do you have a ball with what you're doing? Keep that shit in the bedroom. Don't try to force it on anybody, and let that be that. That's my whole thing when it come down to it. But The one, I'm not going to even say one because it's like it might be a handful of things that I can't really deal with. But the one that's like really, 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 really up there is this race play bullshit. And if anything speaks to not loving yourself or your people as who you are, it's this fetish of race play. It is so disgusting. So let's talk about the things that went on with the texts and the voicemails or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you what I think about this. There were a lot of things said in these text and voicemail messages, and a part of what was said was her calling him all of these things related to him being black and the things. I'm not gonna repeat it word for word, but all of the race play stuff. Basically, she was engaging with him willingly. It seemed very consensual with all of the race play stuff. Now, I am gonna mention this about the big black baby because we're gonna have to come back to that. Like, she wants him to have so that she can have a big black baby. It's just disgusting. Okay, it's disgusting and it's absurd and it's insane. Okay, all right. So that was said. Then you go to the other things that were said, like there was a back and forth. This was on the voicemails. There was a back and forth that she recorded of them talking, and they had some sort of argument or whatever, and she said something like, oh, I guess we're gonna have to go out now because I don't want to be choked. And he was like, yes you do, and it's probably gonna happen, and big black man chokes little white woman, and all of this, that, and the third went on. All of this, what they had going on was some consensual BDSM. Google it, okay? I'm not even about to go into all of that, but that's exactly what it was. Maybe you couldn't tell, but I could tell. Like, we're not going to talk about how I could tell, but I could tell, okay? It was all very consensual sexual acts and becoming aroused by saying these certain things to each other or whatever. Okay, so boom. Then you get into these text messages where she's saying she did not expect him to do a couple of things that he did, which were a part of the essay accusations, which were, how can I say this? Going in the back door and going in without protection. Some would argue that it was all a part of the BDSM play of like a consensual non-consent. I'm reading this and reading these texts like, I don't think this part was consensual. I'm just not going to even hold you about it. I don't believe this part of it was consensual. I believe everything else was. And honestly, nothing else even had to leak other than that. That right there is the burning bush. That right there is what could possibly take him down. Also, he offered her all this money to not come out with any of this. And she definitely set him up. He was definitely a mark. Okay, she's like, I got this old ass rich man, and I'm gonna let him do all these foul things to me, and he's gonna pay me as we're doing all of this as his quote unquote girlfriend. And when it's time to like not do this anymore, he's gonna pay me some more. So do I believe he got set up? Absolutely, I believe he got set up, because why are you recording everything? And did he know that she was recording some of this stuff? He probably didn't know about the phone calls, but he literally said drop the 10-minute sex tape. I'm like, bro, who is advising you? I'm not a lawyer, but this is dumb as hell. Why are they advising you to even go out here and say this? So anywho, maybe that indicates that he did know that, the sexual acts were being recorded or whatever. But I don't get down. The race play thing is just entirely too much for your girl. Okay? Too much. It is such a disgusting thing. And I know I've said that 10 times already. But this just brings everything back full circle to the whole reason why I made this video, as to why he might be y'all UNK, but he ain't mine. Because I don't care what you say. There's no part of any black culture that I feel like he fits in at this point. None. I said it. I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart. There is no part. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care who he's had on his podcast. I don't care about of these accolades. I just put this shit out here so that y'all know that I know exactly who he is as far as football is concerned. He was the man. Like, as a tight end, you don't see. There's not a whole lot of tight ends that are talked about at the level that Shannon Sharpe is talked about. There's just not. So he really was the man when it came to football. But honestly, he's never been about the culture for me. Ever. 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 And if indeed he did these things to this young lady without her permission, he is a scumbag. And I want somebody to punch me in the face. If indeed he did this. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is all alleged. Yes, did we see all of the stuff in black and white and did we hear it with our own ears? Absolutely we did. But it's all very alleged. And again, I just want to reiterate. I do believe he was set up. I believe he was a straight up mark. I believe she clocked him like, oh, we about to run these here pockets. I 100% believe that. I also believe that at some point he violated her. And I don't know if this was the reason why she decided to come out with all this stuff, or if it was just a whole play on her plan and what she was trying to do. So anywho, that's my rant about y'all UNK. Because again, he's not mine. I'm going to let it go there. Again, if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. If I lost you, you can't even hear this, but kudos to you. Deuces, peace out. It's fine. If you listen to any of my other stuff, you'll probably hear stuff like this on my other, not necessarily platforms, but in my other like playlists and stuff on YouTube, because I talk about stuff like this every once in a while. So anywho, like the video, please. Share the video, please. Subscribe to the channel if you at toward the end. There's not going to be a whole lot of things like this on the As a Fan platform, but I had to address it. I just felt like I had to go there. So until you hear me or see me again, deuces.